Mark Conover, men's and women's cross-country coach at Cal Poly, also Cal Poly Director of Track and Field. Mark, talk about the 2010 season. You won 7 Big West Championships in a row and 10 overall. Are we going to get number 8 and number 11 this year?
Well, we'll do our best, and that's all we do every year. But you know, both the men's and women's teams are training well this summer. The reports are coming in that everybody's doing their homework, and so we certainly have the personnel on the men's side to continue the streak. But it won't be easy. We always get strong challenges from everybody else because we have a big target on our back, and you know, people would love to be the first team to end that streak. But you know, the men are looking strong with Daniel Gonia back after redshirting last year, and he's going to come in, and Carl Dargitz is back as a fifth-year senior and with cross-country eligibility left, and he's coming off an outstanding track season. And then we have a really capable group of freshman sophomores who can step in and on any given day fill out the rest of that top 7 that are so vital to making it an effective cross-country team. And then on the women's side, Kaylee Tyerman's returning, and she had an outstanding freshman year. She was the Big West Freshman Athlete of the Year. She placed second at the Big West Championships last year to lead the team, and basically that whole team is back with her and Rebecca Paddock and Lauren Matthews and Brianna Morris, and then we have Leanne Fogg coming in and some excellent newcomers coming in. And again, you know, the ladies have been training very hard, and so I expect great things from them this season too, and after finishing 3rd last year in the conference.
Joe Gattell won the Big West Championship last year. He has graduated. You do say you have Daniel Gonia back and some of the others. Who are some of the sophomores who might break into that top 7 for you?
On the men's side, you know, we're looking at we have Toby Villalva back, and we have Brandon Shirk. We have Michael Johnson. Michael was 4th in the Big West Track and Field Championships at 10,000 meters, and Ryan Cousins is back after being the runner-up to Joe Gattell in the Track and Field Big West Championship 10,000 meters. And then the other names I mentioned with Brandon Shirk and Toby Villalva and Derek Thomas, also all very capable middle distance runners who are putting in their homework this summer, and that means they can be really effective 8K, 10K runners, plus some other people who redshirted last year as freshmen coming in with great training under their belts, and Chris Frias, and we also have Zach Phillips, Tyler Almeida, and so it's a good group with some youth in it, and you know, some of that learning curve has you know, makes it kind of an interesting year, because we know with Dan Gonia and Carl Dargitz there's a lot of experience up there, and then you know, everybody else is very talented, but you know, they need a couple races and a couple good weeks of training under their belt once we get back, and we'll get that underneath our belts, and then the season will be rolling.
And talk about your schedule. You had the Cal Poly Invitational, of course, October 16th, I believe it is, and talk about the rest of your schedule.
Well, right now we open up September 4th with our annual meet down at UC Santa Barbara. It's a very good way to just see where everyone's at after summer training, and then the following week we'll send a crew to the UC Irvine Invitational, and then on the 25th of September we have the Stanford Invitational on our schedule, and may send a group to the Roy Griak Invitational in Minnesota. Not sure on that quite yet. And then October 16th we host the Cal Poly Invitational, and it also is the same day as the NCAA Pre-National Invitational, which always makes for interesting logistics. But we'll send the top men and women to the pre-national meet, and then we'll have a crew here to race at our Invitational, which will also feature some of the top high school programs throughout California. And that's October 16th. And then October 30th is the Big West Championships at UC Irvine, and then the NCAA West Region Championship will be back up at Oregon, hosted by University of Oregon on the Springfield Country Club Golf Course, and that's November 13th. And then the NCAA Championships are November 22nd, back in Terre Haute, Indiana again.
And in your previous 10 seasons as head coach, you've taken 6 teams to the NCAAs. You finished 10th in 2004 and 11th in 2007. Is this a top 10 team this year?
You know, right now I'd say that they would have to prove themselves a bit more, and we'll see how early season training and races go. It's a tough year as always, and like I said, we have a couple older guys up front and some very fired up, well-trained younger runners, and but that's not always the mix that you need to be a top 10 team. Sometimes you need 5 people with a lot of experience under their belt. So with a little bit more experience, I'd say, yeah, we have a good shot at it. But since we are a mix of old and new, you know, it might be a stretch right now to say we're a top 10 team. So, but certainly, you know, anything can happen.
Mark Conover, best of luck in 2010.
Thank you.